has been submitted by the Trudeau government. Now, this is in response to the media queries regarding the Prime Minister's deposition at the Commission of the Inquiry. The official spokesperson, Randeep Jaiswal, has said, "What we heard today only confirms what India has been consistently saying all along. Canada has presented us with no evidence whatsoever in the support of all the serious allegations that it has chosen to level against India and Indian diplomats. The responsibility for the damage and this behavior has caused India-Canada relationship a lot of damage." Deepak, we are now seeing an official statement coming out, and very clearly, this is what the Indian government has been maintaining over the past many months, that the Canadian government has given them no evidence whatsoever. We have only seen statements coming out.
That's for sure. That's why I'm saying it's all politics. It's the politics within Canada, and it's taking shape where they think that they will lose all power and they will lose the government in coming election. So that's why it's all these kind of statements are being made by Jagmeet Singh and Justin Trudeau, because they are very low in numbers. You can say just kind of exit poll or pre-poll surveys, they are very low in numbers. That's why they are doing all these tactics, just to let Pierre Poilievre down,
Right, Deepak, please stay on with me. Irina, coming to you now, the entire world is watching what's happening, and now we are seeing statements after statements coming out, the Indian government very clearly maintaining that you need to give us proof. You are making all these baseless statements, and the latest statement by none other than the Prime Minister of Canada, where he's saying that Canada, in fact, did not share any sort of evidence.
Thank you so much. In my opinion, I don't believe any smoking gun evidence is forthcoming because I don't believe Canada is willing to share the sources of any such evidence if it exists. And unfortunately, I think the way the situation is being handled is not particularly helpful. It's not constructive. It's not going to achieve Canada's goal in this situation, precisely because it is in a position where it cannot reveal the sources of its evidence, and therefore it cannot reveal any direct evidence that it can use to substantiate its accusations. So the winner, so it's not coming out as a winner in this situation. It's banging on the sovereignty drum without being able to prove, and it's actually weakening its own image. But the far bigger issue here is the lost opportunity. This situation, had it been handled with more thoughtfulness, could have been used to leverage goodwill on both sides, to create a framework for security cooperation that would establish lines for going forward in the future and preventing misunderstandings, preventing mutual recriminations. It would also create a potential for increasing cooperation with India on counterterrorism issue, and most importantly, it would put to rest a major issue, because this issue of Khalistani separatism, which is at the heart of the matter, is not something new. It's an issue going back decades. At the heart of Cold War, it was a major dispute because between the Soviet Union and the Western countries, and now Canada missed a huge chance to actually turn the tables on the same people who support separatism in other parts of the world by essentially siding with India on condemning this form of anti-government activity.
Reena and Deepak, please stay on with me. We've got a breaking news that's coming in at the moment. It is India that has now responded that there has been no evidence which has been shared by them by the Trudeau government. Now, this is in response to all the media queries with regards to Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau's deposition at the Commission of the Inquiry. What we have heard today only confirms what we have been saying consistently all along. Canada has presented India with no evidence whatsoever in support of all the serious allegations that they have chosen to level against India and Indian diplomats. The responsibility for the damage of this behavior, which has caused India-Canada relationship, lies with President Trudeau alone. My colleague Shivani Sharma is now joining me on the story. Shivani, India also now coming out with a very stern statement and now saying that what we heard Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speak about is exactly what India has been speaking over the past many months.
Aishwarya, the statement that the Indian government has brought out, especially the MEA, which has responded very strongly with this rare timing of the statement. The statement came at 1 a.m. So you can just imagine the way the Indian government is dealing with it. It is countering what the Canadian Prime Minister has been saying and putting allegations on India without evidences, Aishwarya. And once again, yesterday, while answering the questions, Prime Minister Trudeau, he has clearly stamped what India has been saying. There is no evidence at all of the allegations that Canada has been putting on India. They have once again said that they had just provided intelligence. That is only the allegations, and no other input has been given by them. And India has been saying that please give any proof if you have. Your agencies who are working on the case, if they have some proof of India's involvement in this particular murder, then you must provide it before bringing out these allegations. So once again, after Trudeau's allegations yesterday and his admitting the fact that there were no proof that were provided, there were only intelligence inputs, India has strongly countered this, brought out a statement, Aishwarya.
Right.
India has said that the whole responsibility of the damage between India and Canadian relationship is on Canada.